Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Monkey Man. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. So, this movie not only stars Dev Patel, but is also directed by Dev Patel. This is his first directing gig. So, that's pretty neat. But yeah, Dev Patel, he's been in some movies. His first was Slumdog Millionaire back to 2008. I know that was like a big Oscar movie. It ended up winning like Best Picture. So big old success here, huge hit. And then his next movie was The Last Airbender, where he portrayed Zuko. And look, as awful, as truly awful as The Last Airbender movie was, you have to say one of the better parts of that movie, one of the only remotely good things about that movie, was Dev Patel's performance. Like, even with a god awful script, he tried his best. And I can't help but appreciate and respect that. He deserved a much better movie. So, like, yeah, it's just a shame that this neck, like, like, geez, talk about going from like a high to a low so quickly. And it wasn't even his fault. you know, he he probably thought he was gonna be in like a huge movie, and Last Airbender seemed like it was gonna be a big movie, and it was not. And it ended up becoming one of the worst movies ever made. So yeah. Dev Patel, it's a shame what happened with that movie. Then after that, not a whole lot went on. Chappie, I don't think anyone remembers that movie. That was a flop. Uh, Lion was a hit. I believe that was like the last successful movie that from the Weinstein Company, because the next year, well, I don't need to tell you what happened to them in 2017. You all know. You're all aware. you know, little, what happened with Harvey. Like, I don't need to go over that. Then Hotel Mumbai, I don't remember that at all. Green Knight, that came out in 2021. I liked that movie. It was definitely a different type of movie. Definitely, it was like the hero's journey, but almost like reversed in a way. And I liked it, but it obviously wasn't gonna please everyone. It was an A24 movie. They tend to not please everyone. Yeah, Dev Patel, he's been in some movies. He's very much a recognizable face. So I'm gonna label that as a pro. I'll be a more of a minor pro, but a pro nonetheless. More serious pro is that this is being produced by Jordan Peele, and this is important because the thing is, this movie was never meant to be a theatrical movie. No, it was supposed to be a Netflix movie. That was the plan for the longest time until earlier this year when I guess Jordan Peele he saw the movie, saw a cut of it, and was like, "Damn, this is really good." And he's like, "Wait, it's supposed to be on Netflix? Nah, this deserves better than just being dumped on a streaming service. This deserves to be seen in a theater. Deserves to be seen on the big screen." And so he was able to, you know, make that a reality, and it was able to get distributed by Warner Brothers, and Jordan Peele has a producing credit on it. It's part of his Monkey Paw, yeah, Monkey Paw Pictures. So Jordan Peele is literally the only reason why this movie is even on the big screen, why it even has a theatrical release. I mean, that's just the truth. And Jordan Peele, I mean, his track record is quite good. It's very impressive. I mean, I guess for his like Monkey Paw Pictures, I mean, all the movies here. Well, Keanu, that was like before Get Out. Like Get Out, that was like his real start. There's Get Out, Us, Nope. That's just directorial gigs. Black Klansman. That was a Spike Lee movie, but that did well for itself. Candyman from 2021 did all right for itself considering when it came out. Nobody watched Honk for Jesus, but still, Jordan Peele's track record, box office wise, is very good overall. So, yeah, I definitely say him being involved in this movie is definitely a pro. Another pro is that the reviews for this movie are very good. It has an 86% critic score, 87% audience score. That's not amazing, but it's not like awful. Cinema score is a B plus, which is like fine. But so reviews are very good. So strong critic score, okay-ish audience score and cinema score. I gotta label those as pros. Another pros is the marketing campaign, like Universal. They've been putting in an effort, to make this, like I guess a mini event, if you will. So the marketing is definitely there. I've definitely been seeing it. So that's a pro. Another pro is that the genre this is, this is an action movie. It's very John Wick esque. It was basically described as John Wick in Mumbai. That's how it was described. And action movies have been doing pretty well the past few years, particularly the more like, yes, violent. It's like equally like violent and bombastic, but not too bombastic. Action movies, like basically stuff like that has been kind of popping off the last few years, and this definitely is a part of that. So I gotta label that as a pro. The genre. I can also label a pro as that it's Thursday previews are for what this movie is. It's all right. I mean, it's not like it's a franchise movie or anything, but 1.4 million. That's not too bad for a movie like this. So I'm gonna label that as a pro. And I think that's it with pros. Okay, cons. Uh, Even though Universal have been trying to like push this movie, they've been making an effort. I feel like I was hoping for it to like be a real breakout, but it feels like it's kind of doomed to be a niche movie. It's a wee bit too niche. But so that's a bit of a problem. So it's never been able to like be like above that, like break out, like to be above niche levels. It's kind of just been stuck there. So that's a bit of a con, being stuck as a niche movie. Another con is that there's, you know, well, are there any other real cons? I guess there's Godzilla X Kong to deal with, but that movie is poised to plummet into oblivion this weekend. But it's still going to be number one. And I don't know. I guess that's like its main concern is Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla X Kong. But I don't know if I can label any other cons really. I guess besides its niche status, I think that's really it. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the only con I could really think of. So opening weekend, I've seen numbers. I've seen it being predicted to make like 10 million. I think that's reasonable considering it's Thursday previews. Its legs, it could have decent legs. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say 20 to no 25 to 30 million. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 25 to 30 million. I think that's a decent enough number. And that's it. That's it for the weekend. Yay. Yeah, April's not getting off to a great start if you already couldn't tell, which is real bad because last year we had Mario, and yeah, this year is going to be a bloodbath in comparison. Next weekend, I got Civil War to talk about. That one looks interesting. And apparently, Don't Tell the Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I will. I guess I'm going to be talking about that too. So just 2 movies. Yay. So stay tuned for those next week. And I might as well mention that I am planning on seeing Monkey Man. I don't know when. Hopefully this weekend because it does look interesting to me. So I'm going to support it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that too. But yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on my homepage. All previous prediction videos I made on the channel for this year and any other years I've been doing this. You want to watch any of them? Go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I talked about Monkey Man once, and that's when it got its April date. That was episode 230. I talked about it alongside Dogman, Blink Twice, and Piece by Piece. That's when I discussed it. And I just now recently published episode 241 of Cancel, where I talked about Mandalorian, and Grogu, and Toy Story 5, and Tron Ares, and Moana live action. Talked about that. So if you want to watch that video and any other ones I've done on the channel, and all 241 episodes I've made on the channel, go right ahead. If you want to binge them all, go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. March recap will be next week, next Wednesday, probably. Should be a positive video for a change. Nothing too bad happened. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.